So today we'll discuss about Murti Pooja or idol worship. So before explaining, I would like to set an example, or let's imagine you have a young child. He makes a beautiful clay art, and he makes the idol of Lord Shiva or Lord Krishna and places it in your altar, or you can say mandir or devghar or puja sthan. So what would you do? Maybe out of reverence, you start worshipping the cute idol out of emotions. But will your prayers reach Tarak from Lord Shiva or Lord Krishna or Shri Anand Murti ji? If you ask me, my answer would be absolutely not. So let's take another example. You go to market during Shivratri or Janmashtami, and you buy frames or idols of Tarak from Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, and then in your home, altar, or mandir, you place them. So, will you make God happy by doing all this? Anyways, please just pause the video and just think about the answer and answer to yourself. And if you ask me again, my answer would be no. So, therefore, let me explain you all about Murti Puja or idol worship. Today's topic is very, very interesting. So, please listen to it carefully, and I'm sure you'll learn something new today. And if you find this video knowledgeable, eye opener, or you agree with the valid logic, so please, it's my earnest request, earnest appeal to all of you to share and subscribe my channel. And I would like to tell you that my very aim is to make you aware of the real facts, and we all are educated. We need to analyze it. So okay, before I start my topic, I want to tell you that after listening, certain questions will definitely arise in your minds. We see certain videos where people say mandir temple is a very pure place where there is a positive vibration of higher frequency, blah blah blah, all that stuff. People say they have seen certain gods or goddesses in the idols, but the reason is that when we strongly believe in those idols, you know what happens. Suppose there's intense feeling, or you deeply have a great reverence to your idol, or to any kind of it may be any god or goddesses, any Vedic god or goddesses also, apart from Lord Shiva or Lord Krishna. It can be any Mata, Devi, etc. In such case, what happens when you stand in front of the idol and you are intensely, strongly focusing on that, the ectoplasmic mind form the image of that idol, drawing from the past sanskaras. These are mental impressions and imaginations or collective beliefs. So the mind is partially composed of ectoplasm. It's a subtle mental substance that can take form and shape under influence. So, this projection may be so intense that a person sees or feels the presence of an idol. So it happens. Same applies for the ghosts also. When you are in fear, sorry, and when you're scared of going to lonely places, as since our childhood we keep on hearing ghost stories and all. Same thing happens. The mind is partially composed of ectoplasm, as I say. It's a subtle mental substance that can make form and shape under influence. So it's entirely a mental creation. So Sri Anand Murti ji says idols may be used to channel devotion, but the supreme consciousness is not limited to any form. It's very important to understand. So Sri Anand Murti ji has explained very well about Murti Puja for idol worship. So let me explain. Sri Anand Murti ji says that those who think that Param Purusha is confined within idols made of clay, stone, metal, or wood, they are just simply torturing their bodies with penances. They will surely not attain salvation without self knowledge. Penances means, tap. Like we see many rishis, and sannyasis, uh, they, literally torture their bodies, but that is not the right way to attain God. As I earlier told you, that to attain God, to attain supreme consciousness, the only way is through sadhana and service. Anyways, so if they torture their bodies, it's for sure that they will not attain salvation without self knowledge. So, people seek to fulfill their aspirations and needs easily by creating idols in their imagination. So, people not only imagine those figures in their minds, but they also give external shape to those imaginary creations with the help of the five fundamental factors. So, in this process, sometimes they use clay, sometimes any kind of metal. Metals could be like, gold or silver, or even sometimes wood. So, they spend a great deal of money making these idols and ritually worshipping them. And in this process, elaborate arrangements are made to confine Param Purusha, who has created each and every entity of this universe within this form, in the form of clay, stone, metal, or wood, to bathe him, to place him in a very soft bed, to dress him in a royal apparel for specific festivals, and to prepare special delicacies to please him. And in some places, the various items of offerings to the deity are sold at exorbitant prices. And then at night, these deities are placed on their appointed beds, and the doors of the temples are closed. So it is then declared that God is now sleeping, and the God is sleeping. Is it so? Param Purusha is asleep. Then how is the administration of the universe continuing? Who's taking care of the universe if God is asleep? It sounds very funny, isn't it? So these are deceptions of the imaginations, to imagine idols and then to imagine that the God is asleep. So by this false imagination, people confine God within idols of clay or stone, metal, or wood. So, and to propitiate these false gods and goddesses, how many hardships people endure, how much wealth they waste on pilgrimages, and what is the root of all of this? The far fetched conceptualization of idols. By ascribing good godhood to those idols, people bear so many hardships. Very sad. So, it's very important to remember that nothing in this universe happens in vain. Then, is it futile to bear hardships for an idol of clay? No, this also is not futile. Suddenly, one fine morning, when people realize that these hardships have not the least absolute value, they become vehement opponents of these dogmas. And if they don't get the opportunity to speak out against dogma due to circumstantial pressure, so they lament internally and pray to Parama, "O Lord, I now realize my mistake. Now lead me along your path." So basically, it's being I think it's clear now that is it really can you really find God in clays or any kind of idols? So I leave this question up to you, and you can decide things for yourself. So, rigorous penance does not lead to the least spiritual realization, and far less to liberation or salvation. So, rather, the mind becomes gradually narrower and narrower. In Hindi, we say we are going towards Jarta, Jarta ki taraf jana. The only way to attain salvation is through self knowledge, and for this, one requires pure conduct in the external world, and pure thoughts in the mental world, and wholehearted surrender to the supreme entity, the shelter of all, and the one who is hidden in each and every entity as the pole star of one's life. See, to realize who God is, we need to do internal journey to find him. He is not confined outside externally anywhere. So the journey begins within us. So, if I talk about medieval age, so in the medieval age, many Puranas were composed on the various idols of gods and goddesses. See, apart from Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva, so else are all these are all Puranic gods and goddesses. In reality, they never existed. Anyways, um, like I say that in the medieval age, many Puranas were composed on the various idols of gods and goddesses. Of all the authors of these Puranas, Vyas Deva is the foremost. So he also, after realizing his mistake in this regard, he prayed to Parama Purusha in these words of apology. As so, his apology goes in Sanskrit. So let me explain the English version of that Sanskrit. So the way he apologized to Param Purusha was like, he said that he is saying to God, who it's Vyasadeva. So he says to Param Purusha that you who are formless, I have given you form, though you can only be realized in meditation. See how beautifully he realized and how he is saying it to Param Purusha. You who are inexpressible, I have limited you by my own eulogies. You who are all pervasive, I have confined you to places of pilgrimage. O Lord, for these three faults of mine, arising due to my mental distortion, please pardon me. How beautifully he realized and how beautifully he's surrendering himself to Param Purusha and he's realizing his follies. That's beautiful. So, to the Supreme One, who is the central figure of all the existence, of all ideas of the universe, one should offer only one's soul. If we need to offer to God something, that should be our soul. One should offer one's most favorite object, the quintessence of one's existence. And while offering, one should say, O Supreme Lord, I offer myself to you. You are the culmination of the journey of my life. And the sadhana to assimilate the ideation of Param Purusha by surrendering one's I feeling unto him is the sadhana of self knowledge, and one can attain salvation only by this type of sadhana. And no one can no one can escape the consequences of his or her actions by resorting to falsehood. So this applies not only to the mundane sphere, it applies in the psychic world as well. So this is the essence of countless words. So this was the brief explanation about Murti Pooja. So if you really like my video, whatever I've told you about Murti Puja, if you agree with me, you liked it, so it's my earnest appeal again to like, share, and subscribe. I think it's a moral duty to spread awareness among our friends, family. So thank you very much. This topic of today, Murti Puja or idol worship, is Shivopadesha. It's Shiva's teachings. It's straightway given by Shri Shri Anand Murti Ji. So this is how Tarak Brahm Shri Shri Anand Murti Ji has explained beautifully about Shiva's teachings.